Okay, so today we're going to be exploring question 14 of the Module 6, Lesson 6 textbook assignment. Here's question 14. A mortgage is a long-term loan secured by property. A mortgage with the present value of $250,000 at a 7.4% annual percentage rate requires semi-annual payments of $10,429.01 at the end of every 6 months. So the formula for the present value is right here. N is the number of equal periodic payments of R dollars, and I is the interest rate per compounding period as a decimal. After how many years will the mortgage be completely paid off? So that was a lot of information. So let's get started by putting in our formula. So here's our formula. PV is equal to R1 minus C. Actually, you know what? We're gonna draw this just to make it easier. Let's get the formula. Okay, 1 plus I and all going to be divided by I. Okay, here's our formula right here. So we know that PV is going to be equal to $250,000. R is going to be equal to $10,429.01. And I is going to be 7.4% divided by 2, right? Because semi-annual payments. So we have 3.7. So we're going to write I is going to be equal to 0.037. And we have to find N, and we have to have the number of 6 months period. Like when we find N, we're gonna get an answer that's gonna be 6 months, right? Number of 6 months, and we're gonna have to convert that to years. So let's substitute this formula. So we have 250,000. Okay. .01. Okay. 1 minus, then 1 plus 0.037. To the power of negative n. We're just going to close this. .037. Okay. First thing we can do is we can multiply both sides by 0.037, right? And what this is going to do is the one on the bottom is going to cancel out. So we're going to be, and I'm just going to multiply 250,000 by 0.037. we get 9,250. Let's rewrite this as 9,250 is going to equal 10,429.01 minus 1 plus negative n. Alright, here's going to be our updated formula. So now that we have this, we can take 10,429 out. We can divide both sides by 10,429.01. Let's just do that really quickly. Just gonna determine that real quick. 9,250 divided by 10,429.01. We're gonna get this big number right here, and I'm gonna just go ahead and write that down, because if we write like if we have it almost exact, we're gonna get a more accurate answer. 86949 0009, and this is just going to be equal to 1 minus, and we'll just go ahead and 1 plus 0.037 is going to be 1.037 to the power of negative n. Okay, now that we have this, we can isolate. We'll isolate this part, so I'm just gonna write it as 1.037 to the power of negative n is going to be equal to this. 1 minus 0.8869490009. So we're gonna get, we can simplify this even more. Here's what we're gonna get. 0.11305 0.9991. Okay, now that we have this negative n, we gotta take the log of both sides. So negative n log 1.037 is equal to the log of 0.11305 0.9991. We gotta take the log of both sides. And negative n is going to be equal to the log of this 0.1130509991. It's going to be divided by the log of 1/037. Let's go ahead and calculate that. Here's our answer right here. Negative n is going to equal to negative 60. Look how many zeros there are. So we're just going to say 60, negative 60. All right, we're going to make our lives a bit easier. And this essentially means 60 semi-annual periods. All right. So, and we said earlier we wanted to find years. And years is going to be equal to 60 over 2, which is going to be 30. So, to answer this question, the mortgage will be completely paid off after 30 years. And we are really over time, so that is going to be the end of this lesson and this module.